Hi, Sister Unity here, and I've got a guest again. This time, please welcome Sister Kumonawanna Leiya.
Hello. Or Special K, as y'all call me sometimes.
Yeah, because she's crunchy. She goes soggy if she stays in the milk too long.
But I'm part of a balanced breakfast.
Along with sausage and 2 eggs.
Or bacon. You know, good pork.
She always loves a good pork. She's Hawaiian. They eat that there.
Spam. Spam is great.
Really? Do you have email?
Uh-huh.
And you still like Spam?
And I still like Spam.
Oh my god.
Especially the teriyaki Spam.
She's into like E-S&M.
Or MSG.
So we've just come from... She's quick. So we've just come from day 1 of DragCon, the world's first drag convention in herstory.
Where did all this orange come from?
It was at the LA Convention Center, downtown LA, put on by RuPaul and his production company World of Wonder. We wanted to just give you some of our impressions of this historical event.
Or how was it from Importance of Being Heard?
So we arrived there at like just before the panel. The sisters had a panel discussion with Q&A at 2 p.m. Sister Roma led the panel and talked about sisters' activism. Sister Phyllis from San Francisco talked about the makeup and the history of the whiteface makeup. Sister Gertha Rotunda from the Minneapolis sisters talked about the sisters using clowning and the clown as the sacred fool who breaks the concepts that people hold, who says the thing that mustn't be said, who cracks everything open by doing and saying all the things that are taboo in society. And 2 sisters, Sister Berance Nose and Sister Flora Goodtime, took 2 audience members up and made them over with makeup into sisters. And my job was to talk about how the sisters bring spirituality, or the sisters' own brand of spirituality, to our work, and then to talk about how people in the audience, how you can actually, using our methodologies, do your own kind of creative activism. It doesn't have to be as a sister, that you too can use your creativity, your imagination, and in whatever form it comes, use that to inspire yourself. And then while you're inspired, you go and you touch the lives of other people with your creativity and your public manifestation so that they are inspired towards compassion and kindness and freedom and creativity of their own, and that they then come alive and that they inspire people in their turn. And that's how you change the world, I was saying, by interacting with your community and interacting one-on-one with people. And the one life that you change may change 5 others, and then each one of those, and so on and so on. What did you think of the panel? You were there.
I love the panel because another part of being a sister and how breaking the molds and breaking the taboos that I learned is that I'm very extroverted, but I'm very introverted as well. Like I hold back a lot of what I want to say because I just don't feel there's a time and a place for everything. And what's been nice about being a sister is that I'm a lot more forthright. I'm a lot more... Every time in every place is the time and the place. But I'm a lot more bombastic and fun as a sister, because I noticed that if I was to go out to Mickey's in the exact same night, but as my secular self, I would sit in a corner and be by myself. Yeah, I would sit with my drink, barely talk to anybody, just watch the monitors and listen to the music. It's true. Mickey's is one of the sort of premier gay bars here in Los Angeles, in West Hollywood. And I used to go before I was a sister as a boy, and I would go, I don't drink, and I was too shy to meet people, and I would just go and I would dance. And I loved dancing, but I didn't meet hardly anyone. I met the occasional sailor. But heave ho, and I'm the ho. Once I was a sister, I would go as a boy to Mickey's, and it was a whole other ball game, because being a sister informed the how much I dared, the audacity that I had as a boy to go up to people, and I may not have pinched their nipples and spread glitter on their pubic hair the way I do as a sister, but so that was the panel. Yes.
And then we went out into the masses, this Hall B at the LA Convention Center, which was just filled to the brim with drag queens and vendors. And the thing that interested me was that the people attending were at least 50% or more women.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Because I can attest that most of my close friends are women, and in especially in a drag culture, women are going to be the first ones to acknowledge that drag is a celebration and a hyper accentuation of all things feminine. And so when they see their best guy friends entering the world of femininity, they understand that they're celebrating being a woman as opposed to poking fun at it.
My sister and others at one time have said, accused drag queens of mocking women. And, you know, in a sense, it's a fair cop, especially with the drag queens who are like, my twat, blah, 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 glug, 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 I'm a woman, I like my nipples. But, yes, that's true. But in a sense, you know, gay people probably, you know, if dressing like a man were a thing, you know, they'd mock everyone. Like, drag queens just would mock anyone who's sort of a type. They would grab their type and send it up and make it oversized and hilarious. So, you know, in a sense, it's a fair cop. But then again, at the same time, too, for most drag queens, certainly with sisters, it's its own thing.
Yeah.
It's not to mock women, and it's not even really to be a woman, though we are appropriating an identity, I suppose. It's just its own thing that comes from inside. Ever since, I mean, when I was a little kid, I just wanted to wear those clothes. I wanted to wear my mom's clothes, and especially the fun, nice ones. Then this, I want to look like this. I want to be colorful and wild. And you notice I'm not doing woman necessarily. Some do, as we say, fish, and some do sort of whatever this is, fairy queen or, you know, otherworldly. Because that's what pleases me. It just tickles the creative inspiration inside of me. And that doesn't really have anything to do with actual woman. There is no intention in my head of, oh yeah, women are so funny to make fun of. I'll really send them up if I do X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a way to lambaste an identity or a gender or anything without it being offensive. And that's once again what I think is so fun about drag done properly, because you have to be careful about how you word things, how you express it, because you can, you know, if you're not careful, step on a couple of toes. But when you do it, it's just the celebration of all things feminine, where same as with drag kings, they're celebrating all things masculine. Because I've seen some wonderful drag kings that, you know, you can see that is their identity.
Yeah.
They have just slightly more masculine features or masculine tendencies, but they still identify as a woman, but they get to celebrate that side of themselves as a drag king, which I love.
Here's the thing. I don't think drag queens mock women as a class of people. You never see drag queens do real women. Real, as you would meet in life, on the street women. They send up the paradigms, stereotypes that women are given to live up to. And fair numbers of women do live in these archetypes and stereotypes. But like Tammy Faye Baker, right? Tammy Faye Baker, I mean, you know, God bless her soul, was kind of sending up her own self in a sense, but it was all this hyper feminine, the hyper eyelashes, the hyper makeup, the hyper hair. Dolly Parton the same.
The same.
And so the drag queens are mocking the paradigm, which is pretty plastic and false in its own right, and they find that funny. It's so extreme in its own right, they can't help. Joan Crawford too. Joan Crawford is not playing like a woman that, you know, a mom who doesn't wear a lot of makeup, who, you know, makes her hair look nice, but is not like Hollywood's idea of a woman. And Joan Crawford lived up to exactly what she thought Hollywood wanted women to be. And that already over the top, then drag queens are just, they recognize that this is, in a sense, kind of a foolish thing, that these kinds of stereotypes, archetypes, and paradigms are ridiculous to ask real people to live in anyway, so they appropriate them with performativity. Yeah. I think that's what's really going on.
Yeah, and it does. Yeah, it's celebration, but it's lambasting. It's mocking and poking fun at the hyper structured, like 22-inch waist. You must be
eyebrows,
Barbie.
that hair,
the tiny waist, the high heels, but it's done in a way that it lambastes, but for the drag queen. Because whenever I perform, I feel glamorous.
I wonder if there were so many women around the drag community because, in part, what the drag queens are doing when they're doing that is funny and liberating. That women can feel free to just be who they are, how they are, because they know the drag queens don't give a shit about them having to live up to any paradigm, because the drag queens are already pointing out how funny that paradigm is and sort of absorbing and doing it for them. Like, we're a paradigm sponges. Just a guess.
You be you. We will take this.
We'll do the Joan Crawford for you.
We will do the Joan Crawford for you.
Maybe.
And that can totally be what it is too. Because I love whenever I dress in drag or when I'm out as a sister, I get to play up that grand femininity that I grew up with, that I love to see. But also do it in my way, so that I don't have to worry about it. It's like I'm not a cut, ripped Marine bodybuilder.
I'm shocked.
I know.
I had no idea.
It's called Wendy's, Taco Bell, and Burger King.
So let's get to the important
Sure.
thing that I'm sure people want to know about. The most important thing about DragCon.
The drag queen.
Names! Who did you see, darling?
I saw Shirley Ralph, which was one of my favorites. Shirley Ralph is one of the original Dream Girls from the original cast, and I think it was 1982. It was Loretta Devine, Jennifer Holliday, and Shirley Ralph. Everybody just remembers Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson.
I remember Jennifer Holliday. You're gonna love like a foghorn. Fishing vessels are like steering clear of the rocks because she's alerting them.
Who else did I see? I saw Milk. I saw Miss Latrice Royale.
We saw Latrice Royale. I kept trying to take pictures of her, and she was signing autographs, so I kept getting her big ass because she was bending over.
It was like, we'll try tomorrow.
We'll try tomorrow.
I saw Pandora Box.
Oh, I loved her. Oh, I wanted to pinch her ass.
I got to take a picture of her just as she was heading out. I took a picture with her and Milk.
Oh, she's so cute.
I love Pandora.
Okay, so Milk, I didn't see did you see her when she was in drag? I didn't see her to the end of the day, and I'm like, there's some tall guy who's dressed like Herman Munster in this big gray overcoat, has drag face, a glitter beard and drag, and then a trucker's cap. And I was like, I don't know who, but I love this look. You look like Herman Munster at a truck stop, trying to give glitter head. And then she's like, hi, I'm Sister Unity. She's like, hi, I'm Milk. And I was like, oh, you're Milk.
You're Milk.
Where are your teats?
Where are your teats? Where's your mustache?
Yeah, but I was like, do this. You have to do it. It was fabulous. It was Herman Munster at a truck stop looking for cock. Who knew?
Well, who else but isn't that what you always do at a truck stop?
I don't know. I'll have to ask Sister Barbecue. She's the resident expert.
Isn't she, though?
Grapevine, Route 5 through the mountains just north of LA. Truck stop. So, who else?
Who else did I see? I caught a glimpse of Mama Ru.
Really?
Not that much.
Not doing drag.
Not doing drag.
Neither day. The whole weekend.
Nope,
staying as
billiard ball. RuPaul Charles. He is he's sort of cordoned off into this hidden hobbit hole.
Like this little signage that says
RuPaul. It's
like a silo. Like a silo, like round and plexiglass with his name all over it, and you have to line up in these queues that wind like you're seeing Santa Claus. And his assistant, I kept going up to them, like, is that Santa Claus? Can I sit on his lap?
And it's a $40 Santa Claus too.
$40 to see RuPaul on top of your ticket price.
Unfortunately, but you pay what you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. RuPaul is a $40 whore. I'm just saying, honey, up the price.
Up the price just.
You're worth at least $47.
Well, her her statuettes were $100.
Wait, they were selling statuettes of RuPaul?
She has these statuettes. There's this particular name for them, but they look like awards, and it's of her figure. It was the promotional figure from the very first season, and they introduced them this season in season 7, where each eliminated queen takes one of them home.
I saw that,
and so you can buy one for yourself. I think they're like $100.
Wow,
yeah.
That'll make me feel legitimate and happy for the rest of my life. I'll base my contentment on a tchotchke.
Yay! $100.
A violet tchotchke. Love to base my happiness on that one.
Oh, really?
Lord, she is so thin I could pick my teeth with her, and I'd love to.
Oh no, not me.
Really?
Not me.
Not your type?
Not my type.
More for me!
There you go. I'm more of a Bianca Del Rio. I think Bianca out of drag is so attractive. So Bianca, call me.
Out of drag, I gotta say, I just thought out of drag. I thought Pandora Box was one of the cutest boys I'd seen on the show. Yeah, he's absolutely adorable.
He's so sweet.
Yeah.
Jinx out of drag.
Jinx is very cute.
Is
very
really cute.
I have to say, Alaska Thunderfuck.
Oh my god,
out of drag. But Justin and I were friends way before he was on the show, and I have always loved him very much because. I love how he looks. I think he's very attractive. But his heart, once you get to know him, his intelligence and his heart and his freedom, all put together into one person, makes him like as wonderful and refreshing as that first rain that comes in spring. It's been sunny, you've gotten the sun, it's nice, it's warm, breezy, and then that rain comes in like May or June, and it's a warm rain, and you are like, fuck everything, I am running outside naked. That's what he's like as a boy.
Oh, well, that's a sweet thing to say. I would love to meet him as Justin.
Yeah,
because he looks like just so much fun to have.
Yes.
So
much fun to have. Let's see, who did I see? I did not see Ru. You win, because you saw Ru. I saw Latrice Royale when you did. I saw Milk. Oh, I had my picture taken with...
LaShawn Beyond.
LaShawn Beyond. She wore this dress of yellow feathers with these two big... It was Tweety. It was Tweety from the Warner Bros. Yeah, Tweety Bird. And Tweety's little mouth beak thing was all done
right at her,
like Swarovski crystals. Yeah, right at her snatch.
Was right at her snatch.
Like open. Like she was going to swallow your wiener. And I had my chicken with me. Because, I'm talking about the sisters. We have to give examples of how to bless people. So we took a picture, like, with this thing right next to her. And there was some queen who I was like making the chicken talk to her and like shoved it in his mouth. Oh, it was that cute little Twinkie boy in the mint color with the mint cap and the mint t-shirt. Yeah, and his saliva is still on my cock right here.
My.
Yeah, I just shoved it in his mouth.
Smell?
Yeah, do you want to smell?
Yeah, it smells like him. It smells lovely.
Come on.
Oh my.
Leiya.
Oh.
So, right, so Tweety took pictures with Sean.
Yes.
I know I saw... Oh my God! My first YouTube shout-out to another YouTuber. I met Davey Wavy. Davey Wavy. Hi, Davey Wavy. Yeah, he had done a panel on YouTubing right before the sisters panel in the same room, and he hadn't cleared out yet when we came in, and I walked in, and I'm like, famous person! But it's weird about internet. Like, okay, television too. Stars always talk about this. Television stars used to get people being weird and coming up to them and feeling like they knew them because they were in their living room every week. Every evening. And so you'd feel like, I know you. I did that with Justine Bateman once at an art gallery. I was like, I know you! Because I thought she was a friend of mine, like big faggy. I know you! And she was like, oh, really? Totally bemused, and I'm just chatting and chatting. Thank God I was an actor, because my face was all friendly and chatty, and inside I'm like, where did I know her from? Where is this? Oh my God, she's famous, and I'm an idiot. So it's the same thing, but with the internet, with Davey Wavy, I didn't feel that at all. I walked up and it was like, oh yeah, sure, hi, YouTube, who the fuck, I make videos, whatever, hi. Friendly as could be. As you see him in the video, he is in life.
Oh, yeah.
He was interested in what we were doing. And I must say, I got to thank him in person for covering the subjects that he covers in his videos, because gay people, part of our job is to offer new things to society that society has quashed and left and burned out and removed from its own discourse over centuries. Mm-hmm. And it is okay to talk about sex, and it is okay to be sexual, and it is okay to embrace each other's differences in creative, funny ways. And he does all of these things in his videos, and we as sisters do that, and I encourage you to do that, to bring into the discourse of society the things that are not okay, but are really okay. And you could, I'm not saying do anything inappropriate, but you know the things I'm talking about, right?
To be funny, to be sexy, to feel sexy.
To talk about fisting at Thanksgiving. Right? Right.
So, what are the things that you and your boyfriend like to do? Well, he likes me to, put my hand up inside him and pretend he's a Muppet.
Right. We screw ocelots with pudding, whatever.
Pudding, yeah.
So Davey Wavy, that was great. He was so nice.
And I saw an old acquaintance that I had known back in 2009. Actually, 2008. I worked with the Rockettes. I did
in New York.
Mm-hmm. It was the arena tour. It was one of the arena tours that they did, and they were doing pre-production out in Connecticut.
Oh my God! An arena? The Rockettes were in an arena. It was like a cage fight. Like the Rockettes were going at it.
Yeah. They had to kick each other. It was 24 girls kicking each other to death.
It's like roller derby with heels.
It was awesome. But it was all pre-production. We were doing, and I was doing tailoring and costuming for their tour. And Todrick Hall was in that tour. He was one of the singers. And so it was really funny because how you were talking about, you walk up to someone who you can on demand have them in your phone screen for 5 minutes. And so I walked up to him and was like, I'm just going to reintroduce myself. And he had this bemused look of, I think I remember you. I'm going to go over here now because I have to do an interview. But it was fun to actually go, I remember you. I'm going to make you remember me again. And to say, and because I've seen a lot of his videos, and they're very talented. They're very fun.
There was this woman, a trans woman, who had a similar story. She was on Star Trek Next Generation and Voyager and Deep Space Nine. Lieutenant... What was his name? The character's name was like Lieutenant Lewis or something like that.
I did not watch past Next Generation.
And apparently there's this whole group of trans Trekkies that exist.
Really?
Yeah, and he was saying that he's the only member of... one of the few people who've been on all 3 of those episodes because they moved his character to each one, like his character had served on all these ships. Yeah. And he's supposed to, the Voyager people think he's lost in space, like he was just lost whether out in the Delta Quadrant. But he says there was one episode where they made it back to Santa Monica and that he jumped ship and stayed in Santa Monica, and then that's where he is. But he had a similar story about going to see Whoopi Goldberg in concert in Detroit and sitting in the front row, and that she recognized him, and he was like, "It's what was his name? Debbie. It's Debbie, as her name is now." Sorry, I'm using the wrong pronoun. I apologize. Yeah, and he says I was Lieutenant Lewis, and they communed. But so I saw him. Cool. So that's kind of famous. I mean, he was on Star Trek, 3 different. Series.
3 different series. Yeah. Wow.
I saw... I didn't see as many as you did, I don't think. I think you looked... Oh, I saw Laganja Estranja from a distance signing autographs. They had these autograph troughs. Yeah. They would... Like a table with all of the queens lined up at intervals, and then these, chutes that people would line up to, go down to get the queen to autograph their whatever. Yep. And I was like, you poor fucking queens, sign me. But, lovely way to meet the people, I'm sure.
I saw Michelle Visage from a distance.
Yeah, I saw her from a distance. Oh, she was, bending over an autograph and, swept her long black hair back, and bats flew out from underneath it.
If I get a chance to say hi to her tomorrow, my life would be complete. I really want to see Bianca Del Rio, but if I remember right, because I follow her on Instagram, she is at Bianca Del Rio, at the Bianca Del Rio, rather. She is in Vienna.
Oh, at the Life Ball, a
Yes.
big AIDS fundraising ball in Vienna. Sister Vicious Power Hungry Bitch is there as well.
Really?
Alaska
Oh.
Thunderfuck was supposed to go there, but was supposed to do that and come Sunday to DragCon. Can you imagine doing the Life Ball on Saturday and then having to fly to DragCon in LA?
She's like she's like doing her makeup on the plane.
Yeah, no. So
No,
she,
thank
so
you.
she just came and stayed here in LA. And then I saw, so Laganja Estranja saw, we actually worked with her before she was on the show. She was one of the co-hosts of Project Nunway here in Los Angeles in our first year. The first year we had it in 2013. And boy, can she dance. She actually does that shit. And then the last person I met is slipping my mind.
Tyra Sanchez.
Oh, yes, we took pictures with Tyra Sanchez. Oh, my God, she is like a fucking redwood tree. She was so tall. And her
really
look
tall.
was so natural. So natural. She looked like a blonde Jackie Brown. Like a
Okay,
blonde
yeah.
Pam Grier from the 70s movies era, but with a
Cleopatra
little more
Jones
money
and
for the
Jackie Brown,
outfits.
yes.
Yeah, Cleopatra Jones, yeah. But that beautiful blonde, like she was like Farrah's cousin or something. It was really great. She was very well put
And
together.
it was and
very kind.
And her outfit reminded me just a little bit of Austin Powers. She had that big lace ascot and a blue velvet suit.
Pantsuit, big froofy lace ascot with a pantsuit too. Like
It
there's
was
a lot
so-
of pants.
There was a lot of pants.
A lot of pants
There was a lot
today.
of comfy pants.
Yeah, a lot of comfy pants. Not as much of the big wow stage outfits as you would expect at a drag convention. A lot of people dressing, but dressing for comfort. Maybe because it was Saturday. We'll see tomorrow. Not sure.
Maybe, yeah,
Not sure.
maybe they're saving the best for tomorrow.
Yeah, like the end of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I save the best for last. And with that, that is our wrap-up of day one of DragCon. My guest, Sister Kumonawanna Leiya.
And that's more than a name, it's a promise.
We'll see you after day two. Bye, chickens!